Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the Damiani Volatmeter indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 subscription, monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going, so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the Damiani Volatmeter indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 183 indicators. And out of those 183 indicators, 73 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 73 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right, so today's indicator is the Damiani Volatmeter indicator. In the last video, we also tested this indicator. You can see it here on the bottom of the screen. This is the way that it looked in the last video when we tested it. There are quite a few moving parts with this, and I will run through them. Real quick just to do a recap. So you have first and foremost a zero line, which is indicated by this black dashed line here. You have a oscillating line, which is this red and green line here. You have a trend direction kind of line, which is the blue and orange line right here. Accompanying the oscillating line here, kind of have a strength line very similar to like the MACD that also runs with the oscillating line, the oscillating green and red line. And then you have these green and red dots. And lastly, you have the background coloring. So if we scroll back a little bit here, you can see that we have white, we have a pinkish red, we have purple, and we have a light blue. The background is dictated by what the lines on the screen are doing. And so when the oscillating green and red line is below the zero dashed line, it paints the background as red. When the blue and orange trend direction line, the trend analyzing line, is below the zero line, it paints the background as light blue. And when they are both below the zero line, it paints the background as purple. When they are both above the zero line, it paints the background as white. Now in the last video, what we did was we were looking for only when the background was white. We would then use the oscillating red and green line to take signals only when it's above the I guess volume line, the volatility line. So the gray line, only when it's above the gray line, we would take trades depending on the color of the oscillating line. So when it is green, we would take longs. When it is red, we would take shorts. Again, if you want a little bit more detailed explanation, more than that, then you can go back and watch the last video on it, titled the Damiani Volatmeter. And that I break it down in a little bit more detail, a little bit more length. Now, it was pointed out to me that the dots, couldn't really figure out what the dots were. So one of the viewers here on the channel pointed out that the dots are when the oscillating line is breaking above or below, or when it's crossing, when the oscillating line is crossing the gray line. I thought originally that might be the case, but I could have swore there was something that I saw that changed my mind on that. But then after going back and looking at it again, it does appear that is correct. So anytime uh, the oscillating red and green line crosses the gray line, it puts a dot, and the dot is colored. Looks like, yeah, it looks like when it crosses up, it paints a green dot, regardless of the color of, possibly. Have to go back and really. That's what it appears. It appears when it crosses up, it's a green dot. When it crosses down, it's a red dot. So thank you for the viewer who noticed that. I was kind of scratching my head on that one at first. So where do we stand on this? Well, when we tested it last time, we got only a small handful of signals. And that is because, there's just so many moving parts. So at a certain point in a trading system, you have layered on so many different indicators that all need to align perfectly that it rarely ever aligns perfectly and rarely ever gives you a trading signal. So there is such a thing as over analyzing, over confirming, I guess you could say, when it comes to a trading system. Now, of course, like I said in the last video, if you wanted to, you could take this down to a lower time frame and try it off of a lower time frame. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the win-loss ratio is going to hold up when you go down to a lower time frame. I haven't tried it. That is 100% up to you if you want to put it on a lower time frame and give it a try. But staying true to the fashion of how we test indicators, we test them on the daily and only the daily. And it kind of, it kind of stood to reason that maybe we could strip a piece or two out of this to get more frequent trading signals out of it. The blue and orange trend analyzing line, I feel like, doesn't really do a great job. And it was kind of confirmed when one of the other viewers actually tested the orange and blue line on its own, and it really wasn't able to kind of sustain any kind of a decent win rate. I don't think it really makes sense. I've looked at it multiple times, multiple different ways, to see if I could understand exactly how it is analyzing trend, and it just really does not seem to work at all. So what we are going to do is we are going to make the dots invisible again, because we can kind of visually look at that. And we are going to get rid of the blue and orange line. And more importantly, we are going to get rid of the background coloring that the blue and orange line creates. So now we are left with just the oscillating line, the momentum line that accompanies it, and the zero line that it has to kind of work around. And it paints the background still the same as before. So what we are looking for now is we are looking for, very similar to in the last video, a white background, which we will get more frequently now that we've gotten rid of the orange and blue line. And we are at that point looking for the oscillating line to be above the momentum line, so above the gray line. And then we are looking for what color the oscillating line is, will tell us whether we should be going long or we should be going short. So when it gives us a green signal, when it's above the zero white background, it's above the gray momentum line, and it's green, we would go long. When it turns to red, or if it is red, we would go short, and then vice versa. If it is red and turns to green, we will go long, and so on. So that's the setup that we have now. That's what we are looking to do. That will most definitely get us more signals. We are on the same pair, same year. We're testing them kind of head to head here to see what they can do. So let's go ahead and play it out and see what we can get out of this indicator now that we have made a few changes. So there is our first signal right there. I'm going to zoom in on price action a little more. So first signal happens right here. Let's measure that out and see if we get to take profit. We do not, and we do get stopped out. So long there, stopped out unfortunately. We then pick up a short over here. That one unfortunately stops us out as well. Then we pick up a long right here. Again, stopping us out. Short right there. That one eventually gets us to take profit. All right, continuing on here. So as long as the oscillating line stays above the momentum line, the gray line, we are going to continue to take signals. And one thing we will also do is measure these out real fast. So what I'm doing is, and we've done this with other indicators in the past as well. So what we are looking to do is, if you were interested in trading this as just this take profit and stop. So say that every time you entered the trade, you took just this take profit and you stopped out at just this stop, and you closed out your entire trade at that take profit. Then we are looking for continuation trades as well. That is also valid signals in our system. Now, if we were to trade this the way we would normally trade it in a real world trading scenario, we would not take the full trade off at take profit. We would take half of the trade off at first take profit. We would move the stop to break even, and then we would let the trade ride as far as it possibly can. But there are instances where, many instances where we will hit first take profit, take half the trade off the table, move the stop to break even. Trade will come back, it will stop us out at break even, and then it will continue in the direction we were originally looking to go in. And so this kind of helps to make it a little bit more realistic as to how we would really be trading it without actually having to go in and measure each trade, look for whether it hit, break even, and so on. So to make things a little bit more fair, that's why we look for continuations. Okay, so now we have officially broke underneath the momentum. Let me do this actually, because this really can be beneficial. Having that in place really tells us when a cross takes place. So we are right here. Looks like we picked up long signal right there. That one got us to take profit. Then it flipped short on us right here. Let's see if it can continue downward. It does, but I think it stopped us out first. Was it stop 200? Nope, it did not. Almost stopped us out, but not quite. Then we pop up on the other side here, and as we do, it's still yep, okay. So that's what I suspected, was whether or not these green and red dots, whether or not they were reading a moment of color change in the oscillating line, and they are not. So when it breaks above, it is a green dot. When it breaks below, it is a red dot. It's kind of what I was looking at right there, was whether or not it had just a split moment of green in the oscillating line, and it did not. So we're actually getting a short signal here, and that did not work out for us. Then we pick up a long signal over here, heavily delayed long signal. I guess not heavily delayed, but delayed nonetheless. That one barely scrapes by our take profit. All right, let's continue on here. There is a break again, and this one is another short. And again, it is slightly off in its timing. Then gets us to a win on the other side. We're now underneath. Looks like we pop up here for just a moment. Green. Let's go ahead and play that one out. And we would have gotten to take profit. So in this scenario, it popped up for just a moment, giving us a long signal, and then it dropped down below, but it didn't give us a signal to go in the opposite direction. So there was technically nothing telling us to exit the trade until it hits our take profit or our stop, or it reversed and gave us a signal in the opposite direction, which it never did. So we were able to just allow that trade to continue to ride out, play itself out, and see what happens. All right, so we get a break here. That is a long. So we're definitely getting, far more signals than we had before. Question is, when we get to the end, will they prove to be a profitable number? Let's see here. Pick up a good short right there. Seem to be having a fair number of wins and a fair number of losers, all kind of intertwined here, so it's definitely early to tell what's going to happen. Just keep playing it out here. That one rode out for a while right there before it finally fell down. Let's see. So the short came in over here. This one. And we would have still been within our range there. We definitely didn't get stopped out. Then fell to the other side over here. One thing I haven't been doing is being mindful of continuation trades here. Let's go back and look at a few of those. There on that one. There on that one. Had a few moments where it continued to play out. Continuation for a moment. There we go. Got those a little more sorted. And let's see. Short over here. Eventually flipped. Went long. Here on this one. Got us to take profit, and there was a continuation, then flip short on us. Let's see, let's actually check this. That would have been a losing trade. Then we pick up a short over here. And it drops under the volatility line. And we can continue on. Blips up over the line for just a moment back here. Yeah, right there. Let's go ahead and play it out. So that one would have worked out for us. And looks like one more right here, right before the end of the year. Alright, so there we have it. So that is the Damiani Volatmeter changed around just a little bit there to give us some more signals. Let's count them out and see what we get out of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. So 32 signals all together. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. So that gets us to the 60% win rate that we're looking for. I am interested in seeing what would happen if we did go in and exit out of some of these continuation trades. Let's do something like that. There and there. Let's do that. So that was the continuation trades that we were looking at. There. All right, so that was pretty much all the continuation trades there. Let's count those out and see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So 24 signals altogether on that one. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So still meets the 60% criteria, even if we cancel out those continuation trades. So I think it's fair to say that this one barely squeaks by the win-loss ratio that we are looking for. Not too bad of a change that we created on this indicator here. So it will go on the yes list, and we'll move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.